Hello, Tiffany here with Cards Crafty Creations. Today's project is using some more products from the Crafty Stamp Company's Crafty Crew Kit for November 2025. And I'm going to be actually making a scrapbook page. I kind of had this vision of doing more of a watercolor coloring for this page. And since we're featuring coffee in this stamp set, or hot cocoa, whichever you'd prefer, but I prefer coffee, I thought it would be a great opportunity to color this character as myself once again, with a cup of coffee, and the scrapbook page would have pictures of me with my annual birthday cup of coffee. So I thought that would just be kind of a fun thing. I don't typically make scrapbook pages with pictures. I usually just make them and not really put any pictures on them unless I'm making it for somebody specific. I make them just to make them, but I thought it would be great to do one for myself. So that's what the plan is. First, I'm going to watercolor the character. This is from the Fall Weather Meadow 4x6 stamp set. And this stamp set I used in a previous video, but for this one, I'm going to kind of color it the same way I did the other one, but I am using Tombow Duel Brush Markers. And these are water soluble markers, so they work really well as watercolors. You don't have to do watercolor with them. You can actually blend them together as long as you're blending them over the other one while it's wet. So you would get a much sharper and brighter color if you did that, but I'm watering it down like a watercolor using a water brush pen. So I'm just going to color this as myself. I'm going to color the clothes a little bit differently and use some different elements in the scrapbook page than I did in my previous video. So while I'll be using this stamp set, I'll also be using the Fall Weather 6x6 pattern paper and the gingham ribbon that comes with the kit for subscribers. So this kit comes with two 4x6 stamp sets. One is this one that I'm using, and one is called Mellow Marsha, which are fall festive marshmallows, which is the one I did in my previous video. And then it comes with a 6x6 stencil that looks like sweater, like a knit sweater, and then and a 6x6 pattern paper pad, in which you get 4 pattern papers, the same pattern, but they're dual-sided. So but you can check that out in my unboxing video if you'd like. And then if you are a subscriber to the kit, then you will get a bonus item, which is, this time it's a orange gingham ribbon, which I'll be using also on the scrapbook page. But I'm going to so I kind of visualized this character as myself. Like I said, I'm making the scrapbook page based on myself and my love for coffee drinks, and so I colored it the way that I visualize myself. I do have pink hair. It's not quite that long, but I have had hair of all colors, lengths, shapes, everything you can imagine. I've had purple hair, I've had purple blending to pink hair, I've had turquoise blending to purple hair, green hair, blue hair, and I just think of it as an extension of my creativity. I've never really had my hair solid color. It's usually, if it's not color to color, it's usually blonde and brown. I think it just adds some character, and I'm creative, so it's just another canvas for me to be creative on. It doesn't, it just represents creativity to me and color. I've been a colorful person I mean, if somebody asks me what my favorite color is, it's really hard for me to pick any color. But since I am coloring this character, I really do enjoy myself a good yellow sweater or a yellow shirt or a yellow jacket. I do really enjoy yellow, not raincoat yellow, but more this color yellow where it's a moody, darker yellow. And I am always supportive of a olive green or OD green or sage green color pants. This is probably my outfit of choice if I was wearing an outfit. And so I really have a hard time deciding what color I actually like as my favorite color. I love a lot of colors. Sometimes I really enjoy purple things. Sometimes I enjoy turquoise things. I think it just depends on what that color is used on, how it is used. I could find a whole combination of colors in which I would have never picked on their own, but in combination I love them all. So when somebody asks like what my favorite color is, it's just really hard for me to pick any one specific color, but I am always down for a really great yellow sweater. So anyway, here I'm going to color the coffee cup, which is yes, going to be filled with coffee in my character here, because that's what I'm going to drink. I very rarely drink hot cocoa, and honestly, as I've mentioned in another video, I don't drink hot coffee either. I am a iced coffee girl all the way. I have tried hot coffee, and let's just say it's a lot more convenient than iced coffee. But if I had to choose, I'm gonna choose iced coffee. And if I have no other choice but to have hot coffee, then I'm gonna wait for it to get cold, or I'm gonna find me some ice. So that's just kind of what I do and what I enjoy. My favorite coffee is a Starbucks shaken espresso with caramel drizzle around the cup. That's my favorite. And during this time of year, because we are in the pumpkin spice season, it is an ice shaken espresso with caramel drizzle with pumpkin sauce. So it's essentially a pumpkin spice shaken espresso. So that's my drink of choice for now. It'll be sad when it leaves. I'll probably stock up on the creamer from the store so that I can extend that into January. And actually Starbucks and Giovanni has pumpkin spice creamers, which is made with cream and milk, and so it doesn't have all those added chemicals, and so that's what I've been kind of drinking at home lately. Anyway, so I'm going to finish coloring this up with my markers here, and then after I'm all finished with that, I'm gonna cut her out and start getting the scrapbook page ready for assembly. Okay, so now I got her all cut out. I did color a few other things like the books and leaves, but since this is a coffee featured project, I did not actually use those. And to be perfectly honest, I really don't like reading, so they really wouldn't go with my character anyway. I know that's very tragic, but I am just not a big reader. I don't mind listening to things, but I'm a slow reader, so that's probably why I'm not a very good reader and probably don't want to read. That's not what I do on my pastime. So I'm doing the background here of my scrapbook page, and this is just a 12 by 12 watercolor paper. And believe it or not, at Hobby Lobby, it's a 12 by 12 watercolor, what do you call them? I can't even think of what they're called now, but it's, you know, the watercolor paper pack. It's 12 by 12, which I was not expecting. I was expecting to have to buy something much bigger and cut it down, so I was like, that was a win. So I cut out some paper. These are all actually die cut out with stitched, it's either stitched rectangles or stitched banners, and I wanted a combination of them just to add more interest to the piece. So it wasn't, and some of it is cardstock and not just the pattern paper. So I kind of pulled colors out of my stash of cardstock to match the pattern paper, and so I use a combination of the both of those. And I'm just going to go adhere those down. I did lay it all out initially, and when it came to actually adhering them back on, everything changed around slightly from what I had actually planned, but it's okay. It came out just fine, and you could see everything. I feel like everything was featured nicely. This is all the elements I'm going to be using. See this little tray here, I'm very excited about them. They're nothing fancy. They are meat trays from Hobby Lobby, like from their spring collection. I don't really know why Hobby Lobby is filling the store so much with household stuff when, you know, it seems like it's a hobby store. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I got these because I wanted to be able to take little projects that I could plan and put all the pieces together and just go grab one when I wanted to make it, and it kind of worked out well. So I had originally grabbed all the pieces that I wanted to put onto the scrapbook page and stored them in there until it was ready to use them. So I printed these pictures out of myself. I couldn't tell you what years they were. I really didn't look, but this is essentially my birthday drink, my free birthday drink every year. So I get it and then I take a picture with it every single year. Yes, I'm missing a lot of years in here, but these are the ones that I could actually find. So anyway, I cut those pictures out of some photo paper, and now I just went through my stash and got some fall elements. So I had like a box of wood fall leaves. I had some felt leaves from Hobby Lobby. The Happy Fall is from Hobby Lobby. I go to Hobby Lobby like once a week. It's no joke. I always need just one thing from there every weekend. I could not even be working on crafts. Like currently I'm redoing our main bathroom, and I needed to go there just for the mirror. Like I didn't even need to go there for crafts, but I still managed to make it there last week. And then these are actual die cuts I just die cut a bunch of fall leaves one year, and I've just kind of stashed them away until I needed them. So those were actually already pre-cut for me, so that was kind of a win to have those at my fingertips, and they happen to be kind of the same colors. So I think these are the fall colors. That's probably why. And then I'm just taking a micro pin and doing some faux stitching on the wood leaves, because that does just add that extra touch to those fall leaves. So I do a lot of faux stitching with pins because it really does. It's kind of like when you mat something for a card. Like a lot of people don't mat their pattern paper on a card, but if you did, you just took that up just one more notch, and I feel like that is what faux stitching does. So anyways, here is the finished product. I think it came out really good. I think all the elements kind of tied together and came together to represent myself and fall and what I enjoy, which is coffee and fall. I'm really excited. It's getting cooler here. Starting to feel like fall finally. So anyway, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. And if you'd like to know about the kit, the Crafty Crew Kit, I have a little bit at the end, and then you can check out the information in the description below. All right, thanks a lot, everybody. Bye.